Ja, ja. Also kann ich loslegen? Ja. Vielen Dank. Cheers. G'day everyone. Just on the phone to Colonel Clink. Sorry, I mean Dr. Helmut Marko. Just making sure I was right to record this notebook for the 2023 Hungarian Grand Prix. Got a lot to talk about, so pull up a pew, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. You wouldn't fucking read about it. So for this weekend's round, the F1 circuit has returned to the Hungaroring outside Budapest. They've been going there for a long time, since the mid-80s, and it's set to continue for another extension of their contract, with F1 agreeing to return for years to come. It's a tight, short circuit. It's very slow considering other circuits that they do go to, and it's been described as the Monaco without walls. The big news, of course, was the return of Danny Rick to his former team, now rebranded as AlphaTauri, obviously replacing the Dutch driver Nick de Vries, who got arseholed by Helmut. There's a lot of talk about DR and what he's going to do to prove himself again after being speared by McLaren for Oscar Piastri to take his old job. And obviously there's a lot of talk that he's trying to build himself up to potentially replace Chico at Red Bull, returning to his old seat, but it's 50-50. I don't think it's going to happen myself, but a lot of people are talking it up, obviously, saying that it will be a thing that's going to happen next season. And then admittedly, Chico didn't do himself any favours in FP1 when he binned his car in the very early stages of FP1, of course. And then there was discussion about the car being trained off and all the photos about flaws again, and just, yeah, it's the same thing happened in Monaco. They got photos of the floor, that's what it looks like. That's where the aero rakes are, that's where the air goes when it's going very fast. So we moved on to quali. Good result for both the Alfa Romeos, both drivers. Guan Yu Zhou really showed what he could potentially do, given he dialed that car in to go fifth, and Bottas was on seventh, so it was a good result for them. Unfortunately, those results didn't continue through into the race itself. But Lewis, you've got to give him credit. Hamilton beat Verstappen by just .003 of a second, which was absolutely nothing between it. And of course, the discussion around quali was the new tyre compounds, or the new structure that Pirelli have bought, and also the progression from hard to medium to soft through the 3 rounds of quali. As they eliminate the drivers, they also eliminate the compounds. And now that they've tried going from hard and medium soft, I wonder if they went to Belgium and tried soft, medium, hard, go the other way around. So if you get through to Q3, you're on the hard tyre, and you've really got to prove yourself then in Q3. If you want pole, you've got to drive it on the hard tyres where everyone else is on the soft. Gives them a chance to potentially, I don't know, even the field out a bit more in Q1 when everyone's in it. That's just my thought. Swap it around rather than go what they did in Hungary. The race itself, Joe obviously had a bit of a launch control issue, and then he's got to turn 1 where he's obviously had a very long brake pedal, and he's run into the back of Dan Rick in the AlphaTauri. Now, for some reason, the F1 commentators on the actual F1 channel got it in their head that Dan Rick then went into the Alpines that caused them to go off. I've seen the overhead footage. I can't see it happening. He might be getting bloody close, but I don't think there's any contact between Dan Rick and the Alpines. I think the Alpines of Ocon and Gasly, they took themselves out and ended that race for that team, because Alpine is just having no run of luck at the moment. So that's one thing I want to clear up. So I think that was 2 completely separate incidents within itself, and obviously opening lap, there's no penalty given out because it's a racing incident, because everyone's trying to find their way through the first half dozen turns. So overall, it was a pretty non-eventful race. I mean, obviously Max won by about 4 minutes, as he's doing, but I'll discuss Max in a minute. Overall, it was some really great battles coming to turn 1 and 2, drivers coming out of the pits, whatever it was, but turn 1, turn 2 was where the action was, as they're trying to find the grounds as they then dive into the long left-hander that's 3. It's good to see McLaren come back. Obviously, Norris has got another another podium position, I should say. And Piastri's up there as well, was a rookie. He's really showing what he could potentially do, and maybe it was the right decision to swap him out for, or swap him in, I should say, rather than have Ricciardo on the seat, because obviously Oscar's really got himself planted in that car and getting the most out of it as a rookie. For George Russell, it was a good recovery. I mean, he gained 12th position because he started off in 18th, and he had the shits when he got out of that car in P18. He came back to 6th, obviously, and it was a much better result for him. So, yeah, overall, not the most exciting race, and not really a lot to talk about other than, just watching Max annihilate the field, I should say. And there's obviously some discussion about people are saying, what are the FIA going to do to investigate Red Bull and Max's car? Where are they going to find something illegal about it? I don't think there's anything illegal because they scrutinise the car as it is anyway. People can come up with conspiracy theories that Red Bull are paying off the FIA, F1, Formula 1 management. They're paying off whoever. That's conspiracy theory shit. Good luck to you. I can't see the point in it. All I can see is that they've got the car right, and Max as a driver is in the absolute element of his driving career at the moment. May keep going. It may. Is it going to stop? Yes, it will one day. Is he going to retire? Who knows? It's just a question and answer that we'll never know. And if you've got a crystal ball that works, please have a look into it and get back to me with some answers, because nobody knows what Max is going to do. It's just simply a case of he's just a driver, just, as I said, annihilating the field. And we've seen drivers do it before. Lewis has done it. Vettel's done it. Michael Schumacher did it. For years, everyone turned off watching F1 because it was just, you knew Schumacher was going to win for years and years. And Barrichello had to get out of his way. So it swings and roundabouts in the circle of life that is F1. No, I don't think Red Bull are doing anything illegal. No, Max is not doing anything illegal. He's just driving the skin off that car. That's all there is to that debate. And that's where I will leave it. So, fortunately, we're back next weekend with the Belgian Grand Prix, and hopefully it's a dry circuit compared to previous rounds where it has absolutely pissed down rain and caused a debacle of an event that we were witness to. So that's it for this edition of DURKO's Notebook for the 2023 Hungarian Grand Prix. It's good to see Danny Rick back. He's beaten Sonoda. Is it going to get him anywhere? Time will tell. He's now got 11 races left to prove himself, so we can only wait and see what happens. And see what happens for a 2024 contract for any of the drivers, I guess, unless they're already locked into one. So until next week, when I will be discussing the Belgian Grand Prix, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.